Hi friends, in my last episode I had covered what is the right age to buy a property, because I don't want anybody to just earn money to buy a property. In this episode I'll say, when you buy a property, what challenges do you take? What challenges do you see? What do you keep in mind when you buy a property? When you decide to buy a property, first identify which location, which area, which city you want to buy the property. What is your budget to buy the property? In that budget, what sort of a makan or a flat can be bought, whether it's a gated complex or without gated complex. What is the choice of yours? Because property you buy once in the lifetime normally, and you enjoy that house for yourself rather than giving it on the rent. So property purchase should not be linked like an investment, should be used for a self-use. Hence, when you buy a property, first, online you can find what is the prices, range of prices available. Then find a broker of that area. That broker will shortlist the properties for you where the titles are clear, which meets your need in terms of size, price, location, area, kind of catchment, all those things, whatever suits. You should visit each one of them, see it yourself what suits you, make a tabulation. Tabulation gives you the plus and minuses of each property. You should ignore those negatives which does not affect you, but positives and your prerequisite conditions should not be compromised, like the locality, like the connectivity to the transport, or any other thing which cannot be compromised. School distance for the kids, your office distance, all those things are very important. Proximity to the hospital. After this, when you have zeroed in couple of properties, then you should ask for the copies of the document of the title deeds. A title deed is most important aspect of the property purchase, which has to be thoroughly checked, because if you have made a mistake in any title deed, hence your money is gone without a proper ownership of the flat or plot, and when in the future you want to sell it, you won't be able to sell it. Title deed means copy of the sale deed. If the seller is the first owner, then it's fine. But if the seller is not the first owner, then the complete chain from the first owner till the seller is to be seen, whether the property has been paid full property tax, whether the title deeds are clear, whether the seller was taken the loan from any bank or anything, has he repaid the loan or is still the charges on the bank. Once you got the property papers, then tell the broker to get the property documents verified. A sale deed is registered with the sub-registrar, and at each sub-registrar with the reference of sale deed number, you can verify whether this property is still unencumbered and it is not further sold to somebody else as a forgery to you, where you are buying a property which is already sold to somebody else. Those things can be verified by a local lawyer through the broker with the sub-registrar office. I assume that once everything goes smooth, you should meet the seller, see how do you feel meeting the seller. Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel that you're getting positive vibes? Because the broker will always try to give you positivity, since he is earning the brokerage out of the deed. Hence, you have to see your comfortableness. Talk to the seller. Seller will also feel happy if he meets you and he feels happy about it. Negotiate the whatever price is there. Have the clarity of transaction. My suggestion is, make a checklist and a complete schedule of what has been discussed, and let buyer and seller both agree on each point. What are you getting into it? I mean to say, title, possession, furniture, fixtures, anything inside, any maintenance deposits, any car park, anything is there should be listed out in that. What are you getting? What is the price you are paying for it? How the price is to be paid as an advance and subsequently at the time of the sale deed. What is the time frame allowed to you to buy the property? 30 days, 45 days, 60 days. For a large transaction, normally 60 to 90 days is allowed. For a smaller transactions, normally 30 to 45 days is allowed. If you have a hard cash available with you, money in the bank sitting idle, you can talk to the seller. I can give you the money entire in 7 days. Why don't you reduce the price? So you should reduce the price by negotiating with the seller if you can prepay the money. Seller will be very happy to see that he gets the money very fast instead of waiting for 30 to 45 days. Hence, these things, if you know about it, you can talk to your broker and seller directly. When you make the first payment, you have to deduct the tax at source as per the local laws, for which I suggest that you talk to your chartered accountant and broker to help you out in that part. Once all those things are done, fix a date for registry. At the date of the registry, you are supposed to get all the original documents from the seller. Make a list of all the original documents which you are supposed to get and you will get from the seller. You make a draft for the amount payable on the sale deed, take the draft with you, hand it over to the seller at the time of registry, maybe in front of the registrar, or once the registry happens by exchanging the documents. After the sale deed is completed, go to the flat with the seller, take all the keys, take the possession and ensure whatever was committed by the seller is honored. Well, now you are the proud owner of the property and that's it. I am sure this episode will help you to understand how the property purchase in India works.